Hello everyone. I'm making this video in response to something I watched yesterday. I watched a rerun of Republican debate. I forgot which one it was, but basically it was on that particular clip that I watched. It was Senator Huckabee and Dr. Ron Paul going at it, and it started out when Senator Huckabee's talking about the war in Iraq and whether we should stay or not. And he says that we shouldn't leave Iraq until we have left with honor, and that if anybody understands that, it's Senator McCain. And then he turns and he talks to Ron Paul, saying, you know, and he says, Dr. Ron Paul, whether we went in there or not, whether it was a mistake or not, that could be debated some other time. For right now, we're in there, so we should finish the job and come home with honor. And Dr. Ron Paul is saying that we're just trying to save face, and how much longer it's going to take before we realize that it's a war that we won't win and we're going to be there forever. And it goes back and forth. So I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to comment on the issue. And I'm going to state my point of view, having been deployed and having served the tour. So you guys watch the video, and I'm going to speak after.
And on this issue, when he says we can't leave until we've left with honor, I 100% agree with him, because, Congressman, whether or not we should have gone to Iraq is a discussion that historians can have, but we're there. We bought it because we broke it. We've got a responsibility to the honor of this country and to the honor of every man and woman who has served in Iraq and ever served in our military, to not leave them with anything less than the honor that they deserve.
Go ahead. You wanted to respond? He just addressed you. You go ahead and respond.
The American people didn't go in. A few people advising this administration, a small number of people called the neoconservatives, hijacked our foreign policy. They're responsible, not the American people. They're not responsible. We shouldn't punish them.
Congressman, we are one nation. We can't be divided. We have to be one nation under God. That means if we make a mistake, we make it as a single country, the United States of America, not the divided States of America.
When we make a mistake, it is the obligation of the people through their representatives to correct the mistake, not to continue the mistake.
And that's what we do on the floor of the Senate?
No, we've dug a hole for ourselves, and we've dug a hole for our party. We're losing elections, and we're going down next year if we don't change it. And it has all to do with foreign policy, and we have to wake up to this fact.
Even if we lose elections, we should not lose our honor, and that is more important than the Republican Party.
We have lost over 5,000 Americans killed in We've lost over 5,000 Americans over there in Afghanistan, in Iraq, and plus the civilians killed. How many more do you want to lose? How long are you going to be there? How long? What do we have to pay to save face? That's all we're doing, is saving face. It's time we came home.
Gentlemen, thank you. Wendell.
So very interesting debate. But this is what I have to say. Mike Huckabee talks about honor. Honor? Are you kidding me? You saying that it's an honor to die in Iraq and to fight a war that we started and we're in the wrong? You're going to tell me that it's an honor to serve in Iraq when private contractors get paid $100,000 plus and drive $60,000 vehicles inside the base, while soldiers are outside the base rolling and patrolling and losing their lives? Is that honor? Are you kidding me? Is it an honor knowing that KBR stock has more than doubled since the war started? I'm outraged at what is going on. Again, they're using this idea of patriotism and honor. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. How about sending home the soldiers with their lives? Sending the soldiers home with honor. That's foolhardiness. So we're fighting in Iraq for honor? What happened to fighting for freedom and democracy? I'm just amazed. You know, Senator McCain a few months ago, he was on TV saying that he spent Thanksgiving in Iraq, and that the message the soldier wanted the people of America to know, that the soldiers want to send the message that we need to let them win the war. He said the soldiers' message is, let us win the war, and everybody cheers. You know, Senator McCain, if you want to know the soldiers' opinion, you should ask them. But I'm tired of these politicians speaking on our behalf and using our name to lobby and to try to win this election. You know what? Ron Paul is the only Republican candidate that opposes the war. And guess what? He's got more military donations than any other candidate, both Democrat and Republican. What does that say about what the military thinks? And you're talking about honor? 70% of the people are against the war. 70% of Americans have been against the war for a long time. How about representing them? What does that say about the war? It's bad enough the soldiers can't speak, but speaking on our behalf? That's not right, Senator McCain. That's not right. And this war is not about honor. This war is about profiteering. This war is about money. You have civilians, private contractors who are sitting in Iraq and on fat asses doing nothing, getting paid $100,000 plus, while KBR is getting billions of dollars in contracts, unaccounted for. No bid contracts, KBR along with the other companies. And you know what's the worst part? Is these politicians sending us to war who have their stocks and their money invested in these wars. And that's what's profiteering. We're nothing but pawns being used for their political agendas. You know, when I joined the military, I raised my hand and said that I'll protect the Constitution of the United States and its people, and against foreign and domestic enemies. But guess what? I did not raise my hand to protect private companies like KBR and put my life on the line so they can make a buck. When are we going to realize that people fighting in Iraq against us, they're not terrorists, they're soldiers? What would we do if somebody invaded us? I know I will pick up my weapon and fight against them. What the hell we call them? Terrorists? These people want their country back. Let's give them their country back. It's that simple. You know, I'm just surprised many Americans say, you know, a lot of American people are their values are driven by Christianity, and mine are too. But guess what? God says, love your neighbor as yourself. You know what? Let's put ourselves in those shoes and see how we feel. It's that simple. Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. If you're Christian, ask yourself that question. How would we feel if somebody came in this country and they thought President Bush was a bad president, and they said that we have these weapons, and they said that we're harming terrorism, and they said that we're connected to Al-Qaeda or something, and it wasn't even true, and they attacked us? How would we feel? How would we feel if somebody used a preemptive strike against us? We need to wake up, and these politicians need to stop playing with the citizens' emotions and trying to give them this emotional high and patriotism. Let's speak reality. Let's speak reality. You want to talk about honor and democracy and fighting for freedom? What's going on in Sudan right now? The genocide is going on over there. What are we doing about that? No, because we don't have any investments. These politicians don't have any investments over there. That's what it's all about. We need to wake up America. And the media, I can't believe how the media is treating Ron Paul. I watched yesterday, the day before the Iowa caucus, and Paul didn't get any airtime. Why? Because he's the only one that opposes this war, and he's the only one that speaks truth into that tube. He's the only one that talks about the role the CIA plays. He's being real with the American people. Everybody else just wants to play this whole patriotism thing and that, you know, honor and fighting for democracy. Come on, let's speak about it. You send me to Darfur, Africa, fight for those people that are being killed, the genocide? I'll gladly do it. Send me to Iraq for fight for private company.